Our next guest is the one that we probably are asked about the most, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you probably get asked about her too.
I do, because she's read me before,
yes.
so especially.
So that's a little hint. People want to know how she does what she does. They also want to know what she sees that the rest of us don't. So today, we're putting her in the hot seat to answer your questions. We want to welcome psychic and medium Jodi Livon to Twin Cities Live.
Hi, Jodi.
Can we say a quick happy anniversary? 15 years. She and her husband have been married today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jason, as well.
See, it's just lovely. Love is in the air.
There's a lot of love today. Yeah. I think that's a good sign for our proposal today, Jodi.
Oh, for sure.
Are you feeling good about these two?
Really good.
Do you feel like she's going to say yes?
I do, and I feel like she'll really like that ring.
Oh, good. That's coming up later in today's show with John. But we want to get to some of the questions that we've been asked. So this first one is from Jade from Minneapolis. So Jodi, take a look.
Hi, I would like to know when you're giving a reading to somebody if you see the physical form of the person past or if you just sense their spirit.
Ah, good question.
Great question. Here's how I do it. I see it out of my mind's eye. So in my mind, there's like a TV screen, and it looks like I'm seeing something underwater, but I can see them, and I can feel them. There are occasions where there'll be somebody in front of me, and I see them out of my regular eyes, but that's rare. It's my mind's eye.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
good.
It makes sense to me.
Okay. All right. Carrie has a question. This was via Facebook, and here's what she says. She says, can anyone contact ghosts? How do you know if you have the ability? And do you refer to them as ghosts or spirits, or what do you refer to them as?
I say spirits if they've crossed over into the light. Once your body dies, you make a decision to go into the light, which is the right decision, everybody. It's the right decision.
Okay.
Some people get a little afraid. Maybe they've done something in their life they've been afraid of, or they died in an accident and they're not really clear about if they're really dead because it feels like so normal and so natural. That's an earthbound spirit who hasn't gone into the light. So if this person's asking about how do you know if you can feel them, if
or if you can
call them.
them.
See, it's against the Torah for me to contact anybody, and I don't do that. But if somebody's in the room, I can feel them. Now let's talk about if it's my dad and I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Then he's my dad. He's on the other side, and I can ask for him to come to me. But otherwise, you don't dial it up and stay away from Ouija boards.
Okay. So can anyone contact them?
Yes, that way, absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's mediumistic, everybody's psychic. You can absolutely feel somebody in the room with you. You know, that kind of feeling like, I don't think I'm alone. If it's unsettling, it's either new to you or it's somebody you don't know, but if it's comforting, it could be your grandma.
Okay.
I've had that before.
Really? From your grandma, you think?
No.
Okay, just other people.
Just some of my friends.
Okay. Let's take a look at this question. This is from Tim in Minneapolis.
What do you tell a person when you can't read a person? What causes you not to be able to read a person?
Are people unreadable?
I can read pretty much anybody.
Okay.
If I make the choice to not read somebody, it's because I feel like they're in such an emotional state that they really need a therapist instead of me. I am not a therapist, but people like to come to me because if they've experienced a loss, they want me to tell them that their person's okay. And I can pretty much always say their person's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody can be read.
Everybody can be read. Not everybody wants to be. I could read somebody and have every single thing I say be correct, but if they're not owning it, the information starts to get thinner, but then what's the fun of reading somebody if they're not owning it?
Right. Okay, this is good. Next question. This one comes from Facebook. Okay, this is from Mary. She says, Jodi, have you ever had a spirit tell you what is on the other side and what do they do after they pass over? And I'm going to preface this by saying that everybody has their different beliefs and everyone has the, the religious or the spiritual beliefs that you have, and of course, those beliefs are important to you and you should have those. This is just Jodi's perspective and you can agree with it or disagree with it as you see fit.
And one day we'll all know.
Well,
Hopefully not too soon.
That's what we can all agree on, is that everybody's going to find out at some point. Okay, so Jodi, have you ever had them tell you what's on the other side?
Actually, what they do is they show me. I see pictures, because when I pick up on somebody, they show me where they are. Somebody who liked to swim is near a pool, or fish. I get that a lot with a lot of men, that they're fishing. Some people died in an accident and their bodies were not so terrific. They show me themselves looking really, really good playing tennis. Mostly what I see is whatever pleases you the most, whatever is your heaven, is where you go. And it's a process, because initially you look on this big screen and you see your whole life. And you get to experience what you've done beautifully and what you've not so much done beautifully. Yeah. And then you get to go into your own heaven, whatever makes your spirit grow the most, expands the most.
Sounds like very nice and peaceful.
You just like sucked me in there. I'm like,
Jodi, thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it. And if you'd like to schedule a reading with Jodi, you can check out our website. It's on the TCL Regulars page. She's often here, often a little bit controversial. We get lots of questions about her, so, you know, we'll keep bringing her back into the hot seat if you have more questions for Jodi.